So this lesson we're going to be actually just cooking a roast chicken, so a full roast chicken with all the trimmings. But whilst you're doing that, you're going to also prepare some of your evening meals. So we're going to prepare spaghetti bolognese, which you can heat up during the week to save you time during the week. And then we're going to use a special leftover strategy to prepare a recovery soup, which has got some special herbs and spices which increase the recovery process. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's crack on. The first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 180 degrees. Then you need to get your chickens out. There they are. We're going to transfer these chickens to baking trays, in all of the plastic trays. And we're cooking garlic chickens today, so the next step is to get the garlic into the chickens. So you'll need quite a lot of garlic to get the flavours up. You just need to break the bulb open like that, and that'll get you into an individual clove. And then you can either just peel it straight with your fingernails like that. That can be a bit tricky sometimes. So a slightly quicker way is if you just top and tail them like that, and then the skin tends to just peel off in one like that. And if you've got really troublesome garlic, you can just crush it slightly under the knife, and again that makes it a little bit easier just to get the skin off. And then any excess peel from vegetables, onions, celery, everything you're using, any organic peel, pop it into the pot which you're going to be making the stock with for the tom yum soup. You get nutrients from the sort of vegetable debris. Right, so what you're going to do is you're slicing the garlic into small pieces, which you're then going to put down the side of the chicken. Okay, so what you do, you put the knife into the chicken, and then there's a space, you just pop the garlic through, and you just go over the whole chicken and pop the garlic in. Now, as well as tasting really delicious, garlic's also fantastic for your health. It's antiviral, antibacterial. It helps thin the blood, so that's why it's good for heart disease, because it's anticoagulant, so it stops your blood getting sticky. Can help with heart disease and things like that. So it's an all-round beneficial herb or sort of root for your performance. Got plenty of garlic in the whole chicken, and I'm going to chuck a few garlic cloves inside the chicken as well. And then that is ready to go in your preheated oven. Now it's really important every time you handle any kind of raw meat to wash your hands and anything you've been using to chop the raw meat or to prepare the raw meat, because E. coli is not a very performance enhancing thing to catch. Right, that'll knock you out for a good couple of weeks, if not longer. Chickens have gone in, now it's time to get your Portuguese potatoes ready. So for this, you're going to need a bag of potatoes, and we've got nice new potatoes, organic ones, and you're going to need some nice organic red onions and some peppercorns and a little bit of salt and some olive oil. There's quite a few different ways of preparing an onion, but one very quick way that I like is just to top and tail them, chop it in half and get rid of the skin. And remember, the skin is going into your pot because that's going to make the stock for later, and any other vegetable debris also into that pot. And then you simply cut the onion one way and then you chop it the other way, and that's one chopped onion, and that goes in your Portuguese potato pot. This Sunday ritual is actually taking place in deepest, darkest winter, and as such the recipes we've chosen would be very different to recipes we're going to choose in the summer when we do a Sunday ritual in the summer, and that will be part of one of our future cookery lessons. So we've chosen nice hearty warming dishes. Okay, so we're just chopping these potatoes. I've chosen nice new potatoes, most people boil these up, but I quite like them roasted. Now, potato is a very starchy carbohydrate, but remember that today's a recovery day, so loading up on plenty of starchy carbohydrates is going to help you refuel, replenish your energy stores and get ready for the week ahead. We're going to put a generous amount of proper sea salt into the Portuguese potatoes. Okay, you can see from that it's a kind of a dirty, big granule salt. It's still slightly wet from the sea. That's real salt. It's high in minerals. It's not refined sodium chloride, which causes lots of health problems. It's very useful to replace lost minerals through sweat. Obviously athletes have a higher requirement for salt because they lose many minerals through their sweat. And then finally we're going to put some olive oil on it. Now normally we wouldn't heat oil in an oven for this sort of time, but as it's a Sunday we're allowing slight treats and bending the rules slightly. So we're going to coat these potatoes in a generous amount of olive oil straight in the oven and get them roasting up nicely. What happens when you're cooking your Portuguese potatoes, which makes this dish a little bit different and actually very delicious, is the oil and the onions will cook and the onions will caramelise into the oil, and in turn you'll use that to coat the potatoes, and then they go nice and crispy with a sort of caramelised onion coating, and they really are delicious. Oh yeah. With your Portuguese potatoes, one excellent idea is to add some peppercorns and garlic in there, because that will heat it up, fire up those things, give them some nice juicy flavour. We haven't added any in there today, but it's just an option there if you want to take that.